Hey everyone, welcome back. Erica here with another one. First and foremost, I do want to say I hope everyone is staying safe out there, with everything that's going on in the world. And I'm more of an introvert, so this quarantine is actually no difference for me. But, for everyone who is forced to work because they do work at an essential job, please be careful, please be safe. And for everyone who is not, that, they have to stay home. There are plenty of things that you can do to keep yourself preoccupied, to keep yourself from losing your mind, because I know a lot of people get bored and you're so used to working. So I will actually put a list of things that you can actually do while you are chilling at home, waiting for this whole thing to blow over. So that's my first message. Be safe with it, guys, because there's just a lot going on. Now, with that being said, if you are new to the channel and you have gone through my content, if you like the content, if you find it to be informative, if you find it to be helpful, please be sure to subscribe, because I do update my content often. And for all of my returning subscribers, welcome back. The aging narcissist. I think that would be considered kind of an oxymoron in one sentence. But of course, that is for the narcissist who is really completely vain. And we know that narcissists are not just only vain. They do have a lot more to themselves. But in this video, I wanted to go over the aging narcissist and pretty much what it is that they will end up doing as age hits them. At some point, we all got to get old, right? We all got to get older, and we got to face the music when we get there. Now, in doing my research, studies suggest that narcissism decreases with age. I don't know how true that is. And I think because no two people are alike, no two personalities are alike, I don't want to sit here and back that up by saying that I agree. Because truthfully, I don't. Narcissism, depending upon the person, it can decrease, I'm guessing, or it can get worse, or it could pretty much stay the same. So it really depends on who the person is. And since, the world is filled with so many different people, so many different personalities, to say that narcissism decreases as they get older is really kind of up in the air with me. I'm not a medical professional, but how I look at it is this. Let's say, for example, your parents or, your mom, your dad, or whomever is a narcissist. They're clearly older than you are. And from, your childhood up into your adulthood, you really don't notice any kind of changes. You know they are narcissists, and you either don't really see changes or you see it getting worse. Or, listen, if you have no contact with your narcissistic parents and you manage to maintain that and keep it that way because there obviously isn't any change, what's to say that it does decrease when they age? That's why I don't agree with that wholeheartedly. Is it possible? Maybe. Maybe it is. But pathological narcissism compared to superficial narcissism, I truthfully don't believe it. My personal opinion, I don't really see them getting any better with age, especially if they have not gotten any kind of help or any kind of treatment during their youth to their midlife to, getting older. I don't see that. But for, giving the benefit of the doubt, what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to give you reasons why narcissists don't change with age. And I'm going to give you some pointers on the possibilities that they either are or they can change with age. But just bear this in mind. Narcissists have a better chance of changing with age if they've actually gotten the help that they need to help them with their actual problems, even though they know, they don't think they do, but we're just gonna get into it. Now, one of the reasons why they actually worsen in age is they have a big sense of bitterness. The reason being is because narcissists relied specifically on their looks. They relied on being the center of attention. They relied on being in the spotlight. Everything had to pretty much go their way. Pathological narcissists obviously had to use different forms of manipulation to get the things that they wanted throughout their lives, to be able to maintain, to be able to survive. Remember, they have those survival instincts. So they managed to use what they have externally to be able to lure in a lot of the things that they've wanted, even if it meant lying to get it, even if it meant deceiving to get it. That's what they would do. Aging to a narcissist is like a form of defeat, because when they start to lose their looks, they start to, as we age, we get older, we get wrinkles, we get all kinds of different things that happen to our bodies physically, and in some cases, mentally, they no longer have that to rely on to be able to get what it is that they want out of people. That's why if you notice a lot of people doing a lot of plastic surgery and trying to just hold on to their youth, that's a problem. It's a real serious problem. But aging for a narcissist, it's just that sense of, I'm losing it. How else am I going to get this? How else am I going to be able to do that? How else am I going to be able to survive in this world when this is what I relied on to get what I want? And a lot of the time that bitterness is going to kick in, because they can no longer charm their way out of things. They can no longer use the tactics that they use, because when narcissists age and people catch on to what it is that they're doing, and people catch on to the mind games and the manipulation, people tend to distance themselves from the narcissist. And what the narcissist will do is actually become victimized. They will actually feel like they're the victim and everybody else is the bully. That's it's crazy how you can spend all of your time and all of your life bullying people, lying to people, manipulating people, doing all of these things, think that people wouldn't catch on to what it is you're doing. And then when they decide to make the conscious choice to back away, you're the victim. Now, another downfall of an aging narcissist is they can go to extremes of their worst selves. So when a narcissist ages and they feel that they are losing power or they've lost power, they can basically become, people say their worst selves. I say their true selves. They tend to become extremely bitter. They can become abusive. They can become paranoid, deluded. They get desperate. They can resort to all types of measures, all types of tactics. Remember, they're hanging on by a very thin string. So when they're aging and they think that they're losing it, they will become the true monster that they've been trying to hide throughout their whole entire lives. That mask comes off completely. Another downward spiral is isolation. Because they lack empathy and because they've spent most of their lives antagonizing and provoking and manipulating and bullying covertly, overtly, doing the things that all narcissists do. At some point when they age, they start to notice that their relationships are basically kind of falling off. They may lose friends. They may lose, parental narcissists. Their adult children may just cut off contact with them completely because they're too toxic and they just can no longer deal with their manipulation. They can no longer deal with their abuse. Family members, seeing how the toxicity that the narcissist carries around them, seeing through the mask, they no longer want to be around them. People of the community or of places where they, if they're members of, let's say, a church or whatever the case may be, they reject them because they're just too toxic. Spouses leave. At some point, they want to avoid the criticism and the combativeness. Grandchildren are, can become estranged from narcissistic grandparents because the parents have set those boundaries. If I'm not going to deal with you, my child is not going to deal with you. Because just as much as you abuse me, you're not going to influence my child. So in light of everything, aging narcissists, though they look at it like they don't have a problem, their relationships, they fall left to right. And when things like that happen, they look at everybody else like you're the one with the problem. You can't handle me. I'm the real deal and you just cannot handle me. No. When a narcissist ages, it gets worse because they're becoming isolated. Isolation is the complete opposite of what a narcissist wants. It's the complete opposite of what do we learn about narcissists? They want to be the center of attention. They want to be the one that everybody runs to. They want to be the one that everyone is desiring, that everyone is giving all of the attention to. But when people are seeing the bullshit that they are displaying, that they're demonstrating, when people are seeing through them like they drank a whole bottle of Windex, I see right through you. And I don't want to deal with you. And as with any narcissist, if an aging narcissist lacks the supply, they will resort to measures of scapegoating anybody they can. You have seen all these people who go out there and they're older. And let me tell you something. If you're older and you are confident, you have confidence, that's fine. But if you are humble and you have empathy, that's what makes you genuine. That's what makes you the real deal. That's what makes you true. But if you are someone who's older and you not only lack empathy, but you are just completely vain in your ways of living, and you feel that you have to be on top of everything and you got to be above the world, it doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. That's how people end up alone. I personally look at it this way. People who are narcissistic, people who are narcissists, people who suffer from NPD, they've been trained to be this way throughout most of their lives. And as they age, it just tends to become more of a lonely road for them, because if they've never went to get the help that they were supposed to get, or if they never caught on to the patterns of what it is that is wrong within their lives, what it is that they're doing, because I'm sorry, you can't be a narcissist and not know that you are a narcissist. Anyone who says narcissists don't know they're narcissists, I think that's bullshit. I personally think it's bullshit. Because if you knowingly lie to people, you knowingly manipulate people, you knowingly hurt people, you know you're a narcissist. And if people have decided that they no longer want to be affiliated with you because, and they tell you clear as day, look at the shit that you do. Look at everything that goes on. You're going to sit here and tell me I'm not right for choosing to not be a part of this? They can play the victim very well. Aging narcissists, their biggest downfall is simply that, aging, because they're losing their looks, they're losing their power, they're losing their ability to charm people, they're losing the ability to manipulate people and play mind games. They're losing the very few things that they had that they were able to utilize to survive throughout their lives. Plain and simple. Okay? You can't survive without water, right? And you can't survive without air. You need it to breathe. You need it to survive. You need it to live. Unfortunately, when it comes to narcissists, that's what they need, because that's all they know. Now, it's a very sad case, but it is what it is. Now, in my opinion, a narcissist aging when it comes to are they prone to change? I believe if they're given incentive, but of course, they have to come to terms with what it is that their problem is. They have to come to terms with it. And the only way they're going to be able to do that is to, one, admit they have a problem. Two, get the proper help that they need for that problem because they want to change. They want to change the dynamics of their lives. They want to change who they are, which is someone who is deprived of their identity because they spent all their lives living a false life, living a life of deception, living a life of illusions. That's it. You have to want to change that. You have to come to terms. And that means humbling. That means rewiring. It means changing your thought process, changing how you see the world, how you see things, getting out of victim mode. Narcissistic people live in victim mode throughout their lives. They feel like they're victimized, that everything is just, everybody's against them. The world is against them and everyone. And you know something? You're damn right. If you spend all your time manipulating people and you spend all your time bullying people, I can't stand bullies. I really don't like bullies. I really don't like them. The only way narcissism reduces with age is if the narcissist has actually come to terms with what they've been doing throughout their entire life and seeing the errors of their ways, seeing that, you know, damn, I can't believe I was so young and dumb and I now lost everything. I lost people who cared about me. I lost people who actually wanted to help me. I lost people who actually loved me. I lost people who actually wanted to, you know, have my back, wanted to do. I managed to hurt these people. I manipulated these people. I pushed these people away. I devalued them. I discarded them. I made them feel like they were nothing. And now here I am, all alone. Well, listen, guys, studies can tell you some things, but remember, no two narcissists are the same. So if 5 out of 10 people displayed with age, narcissism has decreased, there's still those other 5 people who still have the problem. So if anyone tells you, well, narcissism with age decreases, you cannot rely on that. You cannot solely go on that. Tell that to all the people who are going crazy with plastic surgery and turning themselves into plastic themselves. Tell that to the people that are living bitter lives because everything that they've done caught up to them. Tell that to the people who are going to extreme measures and are showing their true selves. Paranoia, bitterness, anger, depression, desperation, bullying, because they're self-destructing. I wish I had a more positive outlook on that one, guys. But the fact of the matter is that, like I always say, no two narcissists are the same. Okay? And with age, sometimes does not come a difference. Sometimes it just gets worse. Especially if they didn't go for the help that they needed. They didn't go for the help that they needed because they didn't think that they needed the help. Admittedly, narcissists that are younger are worse because they still have something to go on. But with age, the only difference is desperation because everything's falling off for them. And it's sad. It really is. But thankfully, we don't have to worry about that because we are genuine people. We're caring. We're kind. We're empathetic. We walk in our truth. We maintain our peace. And we learn that, yeah, there are people in the world who have problems, but Just as much as they have those problems, we don't have to become involved in it. It's not worth our peace, and it's definitely not worth our sanity. So guys, I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up on it. And of course, if you have any feedback, you know what to do. Comment section below. Namaste, guys.